What's the deal, gang? What's the deal, gang? Down, coming up. $15 celery, 30 break at a lows. Market sell as we re-break that low. Put a sell stop. We've tapped it already. Sell stop on the break of the lows there. I believe we need to come down here. If we don't come down here right now, maybe off this level right here, I think we should come down. Really clean over here. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Clean range to the left. Really build this every time we come down here. Level here. 15.8. Yeah, you know what? I think 16 on the dot here works really well. Close below the range. Re-break at a current candle low. Celery play. Wait. Oh, you guys can't see me. Sorry. You can't see me. My bad, gang. Get rid of all this from last week. My bad. Got some really nice clean range down here. Ideally, we can get a position from up here, see some kind of reaction or rejection off these levels, maybe some kind of exhaustion. The level I was looking at initially before we start coming down. Okay, what? What's up, Reggie? Shit. You guys see this level to the left, right? See this candle? Right here? Be able to fill that every time we close below here. Below here. Fill. Rejected, rejected. Cleared the range out. Cleared the range out. Moved down. Cleared the range up the same way we moved up here. Done. Clear, clear, clear. All these orders are gone. Clean, clean, clean. Clean. Should come down here the same way. Daily closed bullish last time to end the day. On Friday. Spoke about this week. Spoke about this week and today coming up, the Monday daily candle coming up. I also spoke about the bottom wick on today's candle getting somewhere to 44.10, which would fall in line with the most recent 4-hour, right? Closing bearish, grabbing that top wick at resistance and coming down here. We were bearish off resistance. Yeah, we've tapped into a support to the left here. But if we're able to re-break the current low, I think we're filling the range here. Clean candles to the left. We're going to be making a bottom wick for the daily. And then tomorrow we have all day to ride up if the market really wants to ride up here. It's also a daily leg candle, don't forget, so we can, tap these highs, come down. But based on the daily, I'm looking at 44.10. Based on the weekly, maybe 4,400 flat here for a bottom wick. I gotta admit to you, gang, I've had up and down month of July and August. Up and down, but I've also been, I hate flying new concepts or new things, but like, you guys get my trading. It's not new things, but things that I notice and then I try to figure out. I always just trade them. I don't tell you, hey, I'm gonna try this, try that. I just kind of trade as I'm picking up on new things. And I could absolutely wait on everything that we've just been doing, but then we never get better. We never grow. But the ups and downs gives me a lot of knowledge, gives me a lot of lessons, and it's all in the hopes of bringing, you know, multiple flawless months in here. Not just flawless, but like with a lot of trades actually placed, being able to trade a lot of things, a lot of different ways. Okay. Four minutes on this first 15. In 3 minutes, if this is how it's going to continue pushing, if it doesn't bounce right down off this level, if it just continues pushing up, we're going to have a little buy limit off this area. This is a level that I needed to push down from. If we don't slingshot down from this and it continues pushing up, or if it starts closing up here, we're going to start looking some bottom wick entries off of, this is the level right here. Off of there. Okay, we're slingshotting down, which means this position goes by the wayside. This play has happened here right now. It bounced off this area and it's tapped this area. It's just happened on a really fast time frame. On a really small time frame at a fast pace. You guys see this? This is how it's playing out? See that? It bounced right off into that area and right back into it. So this is what we want on a closure, so we could have a nice stop and, you know, a strong position to play. I can't play the stop here off that bounce because this area tends to be very strong. When it bounces like that, it tends to come down. But if it does it at a slow pace, I've noticed that it gets to this area and then heavy push up. But you see how it just did that right in front as we were talking about it. So that's what I wanted to bring to you, but I also wanted to kind of show it to you as it closes, right? The biggest reason we don't is because this area has a potential to bring the market all the way down with that bounce. But when it gets a closure, that means it was strong enough to stick around here, and then you'll get a bottom wick into that area instead of just that. It's so funny how that just played out. Kind of cool, but let's see. Minute 40 here. Minute 40. Get rid of those of the stops. Been a choppy past couple of months, POS. Yeah, but there's patterns there too. There's edges there too. It's a little tough because the way we trade, buys and sells, have to be looked at differently. Not the same standard model for everything. The biggest thing I've been working on. Because at this point, the mechanism for buys and the mechanism for sells are a bit different. Not the mechanism, the trigger, I guess. The trigger for buys and the trigger for sells has been a bit different for me. Hold on a second, guys. Daily flipped here. We open up with a bottom wick. That's going to be my limit. Oh, top wick. Stop here. Strong level in here. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a sell right here, right off this area, right as that market sell. Stops above the range, and we will usually come up off this area, 42. If we don't, I'm gonna keep the stops above the range. Really expecting 42 here. Limit by $44.6. This week makes sense. The hell? There's a 10 pip difference in between my entries in Alive and the funded here. Funded's got a better entry by 10 pips. About 20 pips there. We've tapped this previous wick here. This has a chance. This is where the market can repump back up off that previous wick. But we want to see a flip. Once I see a flip, I'll go break even. Okay, go break even here. There's absolutely no reason for us to come back up. We come back up, we'll be out. So go break even. It's pretty here. This is about 50. This is actually 50 on the dot, 44.6. Partials tapped, 50 pips. Change this buy stop to 5 because that's the stop here. Let's see if it can run down here. I'm looking for 44.39 here. Let's do 44.40 flat. Slowly here. Big 3 here. If it gets down there, and then we'll leave the rest to the bottom of the range. That's it. Should I open this up or no? Should I open this up to the public, gang? I mean, congrats on that W. But should I open this up? Got a W on stream. Damn, I'm glad I double checked if I was up to the live. Almost made myself look foolish about the position. What do you mean? Oh, you were 2 minutes behind? So you could have gotten a better entry by like a pip. 3 pips. All right, let's open up the floodgates. Let's create some FOMO. FOMO time. Oh, I guess not. I guess it's coming back up. Probably number 705 here. This is what it looked like. Open up the trade. Yeah, this one's B already. There we go. So B tapped on there, but not before we secured some profits. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. W. 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 I will get some waiting done. That closed above on the 15, last 15 of the hourly, and you guys already know that. You probably hear me in your head. Wait on the hourly to close, not wait for more structure to print. Close outside the range. I think it's good for the public that we get an early win, because then they get an early stream. My private gang gets an early win. Public gang gets an early stream and an eventual win. Bow, bow, bow. The new week is here. Sometimes I just want to be breaking into a song and dance. I wish I had the Rockettes on like on retainer like a fucking attorney. Hey, you looking good, huh? Got some room here. 65 areas. There's some room here. Just very overextended. No bottom wick entries here. 30 still open, but we get this closure above without driving up to the, tippy top highs here. Clean range. Look at this. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Where's my annotations? There we go. There's clean range right there. Boom, twice. Down. So we want a closure above, and we don't want it to drive off the rip, right? So give us that closure, but make the 30 here and the 15 close above as well, right? This is the hourly. We can have this 30. That, and if we can have the 15 also hold above here, maybe a bearish candle, but right, something like this. Setting up for a celery play. And then we can look for bottom wick and a break at the next candle. High. Okay. The hourly will look like this. The 15 will have the celery play, and the 30 will be breaking its highs. All right. It's a solid break at a high, but we need to hold. We need to hold somewhere in here. Because once we start pushing, we're eating up all the range for our trade. We want to close above, but hold. Hold price, not drive to the resistance. Nate, that's really you though, isn't it? It gotta be you. That's you, bro. We gotta chill. You just, you're funny looking. I love you too. I picked it up so I can walk through here. Where were you? You're upstairs. On a bed? Give me a big hug. I had so much fun today. Night, love you. nasty, bro. Penny just farted, made my eyes water. Let's get rid of everything. Get rid of this. Interesting. Build a range, huh? Put a T. Love it when that happens in the last minute. Owl. Anyone do anything interesting over the weekend? Nothing? And nobody got deported or nothing? Nobody, like, had ICE run up in their house? Or, like, got all good? Yeah. Nothing interesting. Nobody. Not a speeding ticket, not nothing? Did white line with my white friends. Where's all the toxicity, man? Like, where's everyone that like needs help or can't come through or like having a bad day or like everything is fucked or on the run or can't run, can't walk, broken Where were all of yous when I was growing up? I never had no friends with no problems. Where the fuck? That's, you guys grew up in a different, or the people around you guys are really lucky. Like everyone I talk to has issues. How you doing? It could be. Fuck you, man. It could be better, but I'm gonna hang up the phone on you, and it ain't gonna be better. Call up my next friend and shit. The old telephone, bro. Don't fucking call up my next friend. I got an old phone. Ring, ring. How did they know what like what words you were dialing if you had a rotary phone? Like how did they know you're dial like 1-800 Pornhub or something? Like how did they know? I'm rotary dialing. Fuckers. Damn, you guys don't have issues, and that, I mean, that's good, but that sucks because everyone I know got issues, and it gets a little fucking draining. It gets a little draining. They're energy vampires, but not on purpose. There's some purposeful energy vampires that just suck your blood or just suck your energy, right? Right away from you, but you let them. But then there's some people that just not on purpose. They just are. They just, their existence. That's how it is. They feed off of others' energy. Keep problems to ourselves. No, but like you guys saying you don't have any. Like, at least just tell me you have some. Yeah, I've said that before. Like, right? Never tell your problems to anyone because 80% of the people don't care and the other 20 are glad you have them. So just be good and figure out your shit. But I'll be damned if you guys are living by my advice and if you guys are living by my advice and I'm not. The right people care? What if the right people left? And the wrong people are right. The right people care. Yeah, the right people care even when they leave. Yes. Then you do you for a bit. New right people will come. Sound like me. I fucking love you guys. I love you guys, man. I swear, we're all gonna be sitting at the fucking nursing home table in like 45 years, 50 years reminiscent about this. Maybe even 100 years. I mean, if you know the right people. Talking about our trades? Fuck no. I'm be like, yo, you used to trade too? 60 years from now, I'm gonna ask you every day. I'm gonna act surprised every day. I will see you in the morning and be in the lobby of the nursing home. Yo, you trade? Nah, I'm just the janitor here. And we sit down at the breakfast table together. I'd be like, oh shit, you trade? Like 10 minutes later. By the time we're done with fucking lunch, I'll be getting up off the chair and be like, hey, I'm Wix, nice to meet you. Like, bitch, we traded for 50 years together. Oh, you trade? Nah, that's crazy. Should have let me know earlier. I would have gotten you a funded account. You just let me know like 50 years ago. I would have gotten you a fucking Top 1 Futures funded account. And now all I can get you is fucking Top 1 past account. No futures, just the past. Like 5 seconds, Tom, from that Adam Sandler movie. Wait, I don't remember that. I remember 50 First Dates. Remember when Drew Barrymore was hot? Nope, me neither. 10-second Tom. That's a wild name, 10-second Tom. Yeah. That's like my friend from childhood. Remember I told you about Safety Mike? Safety Mike is bad. But 10-second Tom is way worse. You cannot go through adolescence as 10-second Tom. I had a friend on my basketball team when we used to play, when we were like on our traveling team, the AAU team, and his name was Slow Mo Sam because he literally lived in slow motion. He was so big, and he had a face that looked like a cow tipped on it, like fell on it. Like his face was just, you know how big people sometimes have like a mangled face? But like, that's not, like, it's cool. He was really big, mangled face looking dude. Right? He was like 6'9" in the 4th grade and shit. But we called him Slow-Mo Sam because when he ran, when he walked, even when he spoke to you, it looked like he was doing everything in slow motion. Just his body just kind of moved naturally in slow motion. And the thing is, he was on the basketball team because he was so big. I really think he was on the spectrum. He was probably on the spectrum because he was just like, he looked like it. You know, you can tell. And like, he was just big dude. He played good basketball at a really slow pace. And like, he would score. He'd get buckets. And I think his speed, or the lack of it, would throw people off. You know, like an off-speed pitch? Or like a changeup? Like, it was weird. It was like he would cross you over and people would stand there. And then he would continue and they'd be like, oh, shit. I'd be like, yo, slow-mo. That's wild. Yeah. They called him Sam, but his real name was Arson. But like, who the fuck wants their name to be Arson? Like, walk around with little fucking matchsticks? No. So they called him Slow-Mo Sam. I think his full name was like Arsenic, which is crazy. Like, who the fuck named you? The Manhattan Project? Meet my friend Adam. This is Electron. This is a neutron. Yeah. Meet their Muslim friend bomb. I'm just saying. Arson. No, they called him Sam instead of arson. We. Safety Mike was a problem. I told you the story with Safety Mike. Safety Mike went outside and split his fucking eyelid. Not his eyebrow, got his eyelid split. And his mom bought him a helmet. Not for fucking hockey or bicycling or football. She bought him a helmet to go hang out in the park with us. And she would force him to wear that helmet every time he went outside. And his nickname became Safety Mike. Every time he come outside, they'd be Safety Mike here. I'm surprised he kept coming outside. Imagine how bad things had to be at home that he would rather be outside in a helmet being called Safety Mike than at home. Like, you don't think about those things, but like right now I'm thinking about like how bad did this kid need to have it at home that he was willing to go through Safety Mike. Damn. I just thought about it. I think I owe him an apology. I got to reach out to him. Huh? I think I owe him an apology. That shit just hit me. What if it was just the norm for him? No, I remember when he became Safety Mike. Damn. Safety Mike had to make a decision every day if you think about it. Go outside with a helmet or stay home? Nah, I think I'm just gonna take the abuse outside. What? Bro, no, because he was with a helmet. Like, people would do crazy. He would walk out and he would get like popped in the head with a bat because he was wearing a helmet. It was weird. It was like the door would open from his apartment building and a fucking football flying at his head. Bang! Because you couldn't do that to nobody else. Mike wearing a helmet. Mike, he definitely has CTE somewhere right now. God, this sounds terrible. I'm sorry, Mike, man. He's got to be like... If this fucker is 40 and still wearing a helmet right now, boy, did that fuck him up for life. I'm just thinking about it now that I'm a grown person. I've never thought about this. I've thought about Safety Mike, always laughed at it, but I've never thought about like, yo, this kid literally had to know what was coming every day going outside and still made the decision to do that versus staying home or going somewhere else. Like, New York is brutal. Like, if you grew up in New York and you survived growing up in New York, you can probably live anywhere in the world. I think you'll make it anywhere. How does the Jay-Z song go? Put me anywhere on God's green earth and I'll triple my worth? Man, yeah, something like that. Mike better be like the CEO of fucking Oracle. Soon. Mike, imagine Mike... Mike responsible for the new rules in the NFL, the CT. He's probably coming up right now with a next generation helmet. See this fucker in the next Power Ranger movie. I sometimes wonder, like, what the kids in, like, from my childhood turned out like. Like, what did they end up doing? How did they grow up? What did they become? And then, like, you try to search up the people you liked, and like half of them are dead. You're like, fuck. Like the ones you're really curious about aren't. I don't know how Kenny does it. He be doing all the reunions for the high school, but like 20-year reunion, 30-year reunion. Imagine every year he shows up and like less and less people are showing up. Yo, if you guys do health insurance, you got to link up with him because this, like all those, all that crowd's getting older. He's got access to them. You just got to set up an AARP stand somewhere next to the entrance to those parties. Enrollment time. Open enrollment time. $30 close, no top wick. $15 close, no top wick. 1 hour close, no top wick. Current 15 opened. I'm waiting to pull back. Just rallying here. I don't remember 10-second Tom. What did that guy do? What that guy did? Give me a second, guy. Grab a drink.
Wix, I think you're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, what I was saying is we tapped the higher time frame 1 hour level up here. If you look across, we got a 1 hour level down there. We've tapped that. We're coming back down. I wouldn't mind taking sells back up, but I'd need to come down, tap a support. I think we might see 44.50 again, 44.51. These supports that run across. You see this push up that we just had? Same push up we had earlier. Right here. Kind of tapped into that level right there. The closure. And then we saw price come back down to these areas. Somewhere in here, I'd like to see a bullish setup come back up. I'm not big on the rebreak of the high there because of the level where we closed, and the 15 actually ended up closing bearish. Late candle, but late candle at resistance makes it a bit tough for me to want to continue up here. If we got this late candle into this area, into the support area, I'd look for the buys. And be a bit skeptical of what runs across. It's a lot of lines, sorry, a lot of things drawn here. Give a level right there, and we close right at it. And if we can make our way back down here, that would reflip the hourly bearish, right? Which would make it respect this area. Things could get really interesting then. The 1 hour flips. I think if it flips now and then reflips bullish to break highs, we can have some buys. We might get a bearish 1 hour late candle and look for buys as well. Possibility. What's up, Kenny?
What's good? What's good?
Oh, how are you?
Maintaining. Everything's cool.
Had a good weekend? Anything exciting?
No, I work this weekend. Didn't do much. Getting ready for next week. We go to we do glamping next weekend. I don't know if you know what glamping is.
No.
Glamorized camping.
What is it?
Glamping is glamorized camping. So we
Oh,
it'll be
you have tents with bathrooms and shit?
yeah, and blow up chairs and blow up couches and beds and all kind of cool stuff. And we have an old kitchen area and game area, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a music festival. We'll be there all weekend next week. So get ready for that. That's about it.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I'm actually the official media sponsor, so I'll be recording the DJ sets and doing interviews and stuff like that for my network for my streaming network I'm building. So that'd be kind of cool too.
Nice. That's just something you really enjoy doing. That ain't like what you do for a living. That's what you enjoy, right?
What, partying?
I mean, like, you still make money off that, no?
I'm not part of this event as far as the guys putting it on. I'm just teaming up to be his media sponsor so I can broadcast it on my network and do all that in conjunction. Yeah. But yeah, this is, I party. That's what I do. I'm a party promoter.
That's what I do. I party.
Why not?
Like my brother. My brother be like, what you do for a living? He goes, party. He's like, I party for a living, but I party for money. I work for money, but I party for a living. Tells me.
Yeah.
This guy has been to the Groove Cruise. You know what the Groove Cruise is? Look it up. He's been to the Groove Cruise for like 15 years in a row.
Groove Cruise.
Yeah.
Not sure if I know that one. But there's a bunch of them out there.
They get like the world top 50 DJs in the world to like on a cruise, and they go away for a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm familiar with a few. Matter of fact, the latest one I saw that interests me for next year, but it's like 8 days. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, that's what they go. They go for a week, and man, I don't know how the fuck they get on that boat because
That's too long. Not no 8 days. I can't do it.
I seen the zombies walking around that boat, and I'm like, how do they get all this shit through on a fucking cruise? Like the cruise security know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. You know, like Tom Joyner used to do his big cruises every year. Cats like that, they'd have a big celebrity cruise. Nothing but a party.
Yeah, they have those with the reggae and the rock.
Oh yeah, they got a bunch of them, like house music, you know, Tom Joyner. Yeah, they got all them.
But the house music are the big ones, man. It's wild.
Yeah,
like I don't know if I want to be locked up on a boat with a bunch of System of a Down fans. You know what I mean? Imagine just fucking mosh pits in the fucking on the deck. No, I'm good. But like electronic music, like yeah, everybody tripping balls and and just loving each other. Yeah. I can walk through a fucking deck full of people like that. I can't walk through a deck, people fucking yelling and mosh pitting.
No, and actually Chicago does one, the Chosen Few, the big house picnic that they do in the summer. They do a cruise now in December, and I'm sure that's pretty dope. Cause you got grown people, you know, with resources, and you know, ain't nothing young and silly happening.
Yeah, I like that atmosphere. Although young and silly is kind of where a lot of the fun is.
Yeah, well, yeah, but not on my cruise.
A lot of the entertainment be over there.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I call the people watch.
Yeah, be like, look at that. Look at that guy beefing with his own reflection in the mirror. That's kind of wild. Yo, I can't tell you. I went not on a cruise. I went to a damn supermarket in New York. Like last time I visited New York, and there was a dude right at the entrance just beefing with himself, yelling, "Get out the way, bro. I'm trying to get out." He's holding a bottle of liquor. He's trying to get out, but it's a mirror. And he's doing all this, and beefing with himself. He's trying to go left. He's trying to go right. He walked right into it. It was so funny. People are on a different planet. What's up, Eddie? What I wanted to point out earlier is that the higher time frames here all closed above their own levels, right? The most recent levels. Yeah, we got a level right here, holding, but we did close above the most recent, so we were expecting a ride up, but kind of opened up with a top wick and a ride up, and now we're coming back down. If we can actually fake out here, things might get interesting. I think we're forming a new range for the week. We got 11 minutes here, about a 4-hour closure. How's everybody doing? Apparently they're all fucking great. No one has any issues. No one went through any kind of trouble. No, everybody had an amazing, just exactly how they planned type of weekend. We went over this earlier. No one here has like, everyone has a perfect life. I've got no problems. And it's like, man, where were you when I was growing up? I need friends like that with no problems. buy limit we were talking about earlier here at 44.50. That's the area, remember? So we're looking to get back to 44.50, but we got the 4-hour closing here in less than 10 minutes, so wait it out. Let's just see what happens. There's a fast push on the break.
Like that spot though.
What was that?
I like that spot right there though. 44.50.
I'd like to take some buys off that spot.
That's why I was looking at it. Like, oh, I like that spot.
Well, what I'd rather see, I want to see the next candle come back up here, close above after we get a bottom wick on the 4-hour. So if you look at the 4-hour, looking to close bullish above this level, above the most recent level. We got a range here, a wick to fill. So if we can get a bottom wick on the next 4-hour and then come back close above here, we can, we're going to be bullish, looking to ride up here. We're going to be breaking current hourly, current 30. And current 15, right? We were able to something like this, right? On the next hourly. But I'd want to close below here. I'd want to close back up above for a fake out. There, just tapped our little 44.50 flat. 8 minutes here on the 4-hour candle. I'm good, trader. How are you?
Just went to the dispensary because I was getting low and I didn't want to have to go in the morning when I started trading. So I shot up there and back real quick before I logged on.
I mean, that takes precedent over everything. You can't do anything right. I mean, or anything in your normal state of mind.
Right. I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. It's either I'm gonna have to go late tonight or early in the morning. Definitely ain't gonna want to go early in the morning. So let me go ahead and get that out the way. I'm looking at all my reps I got. This is ridiculous. So I got 15 packs of reps.
I'd be start panicking if I could have just smoked weed and not need any. But if I don't have any, I'm be like, damn. I can't be like chilling with the unloaded gun.
No.
Like, damn, yo, where's my... This panic sets in. I don't even want to smoke right now, but... Oh, there's that reaction we were talking about, 44.50. On the dot, too. I'm down 44.49. Pointed this out earlier, bottom of that range. Already had a wick into there before. Wicked into it again. 6 minutes on a 4-hour closure. If this is like earlier in the candles, like earlier, somewhere in the middle of that 4-hour, we already have a bullish 4-hour. If I can come up, yeah, that'll be an easier tell right now. The 15 celery. I don't have a 15 celery here. We did not have a bearish break of a bullish candle. There's an onion here, but you closed heavily bullish on the 30. Right? So that could just be a bottom wick to come up. So I wasn't looking for that breakdown. Yeah. Could have said, yeah, there's a level there. We faked out. We come down. I guess. I think if this wick was able to tap this area here, then I would have taken it. I might have looked at that for a sell off that fake out. But as that opened, and this it's only the 15, I'm looking at the 30. Leaving that wick, we got range to move. Right, we didn't really create a steep top wick. But there's no celery here. I get what you're saying. Probably the onion right there. Onion. I took a buy, got myself 40 pips. Should I end my Asian session? Because I have a bad situation to ask you. I can't speak for you. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what your relationship with money is. I don't know what your trading or your current, where you are in your journey. What's up, Airbender? What's going on, brother? But personally, what I would do, you're up 40 pips on the session. You're heading into the end of the session. Yeah, see if there's any possible setup in the next 10, 15 minutes. And yeah, you're a winner today. Right? You won. You got the key is to rinse and repeat tomorrow and the day after that. Right? You're not supposed to make 1,000 pips here today. You're not supposed to be able to buy a car by the end of the month. You're not supposed to be able to pay off your mom's mortgage by the end of the year. None of that is supposed to happen. If it does, great, you got lucky. None of that is supposed to happen. You just need to grow and grow and grow. You're going to win tomorrow? I would say just show up day after that. Try to win. You're going to win day after that? You got to do that thousands of times. Right? There will come a time in your journey where you're going to be knowledgeable enough and comfortable enough, and you're going to know yourself well enough where you're going to make all those decisions. You won't have to ask me, and decisions will be, how do I really maximize what I'm doing? How can I really squeeze the most out of what I'm doing? What am I leaving on the table? But first you got to get to doing, right? Once you start doing, you're like, all right, I'm doing this. Eventually over time and doing it for a while, you're going to look to optimize and really squeeze everything out of your prime that you can. But it's a journey, right? It's a road. Like, you don't even understand the decisions you're going to have to make until those decisions or those choices are placed in front of you, and you're going to be kind of forced to make them. You don't even know what choices you're going to have to make. But there's obvious choices right now. Your clear choice right now is just, you showed up today to win. You won. You understand? Next step is, I got to show up tomorrow and win. If I see a position I'm not sure, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to make sure this is a winning streak. Each time I want to trade, some of my family disturbed me. It's hard to trade. How do I control this? Do you trade sporadically throughout the day? Do you trade the entire day? Do you trade, are you like on the charts randomly throughout the day or for multiple hours a day? I think the biggest problem is you not prioritizing what you're doing, which you're not respecting it. So how can anyone else respect it? I can only tell you what helped me. I stopped trading the entire day and stopped being unavailable the entire day. And I made sure that 8 to 10 a.m. and 8 to 10 p.m., I am trading. No one can get in contact with me. There's nothing that can be happening that will disturb me. And what happens is, be like, all right, can't never reach him at this time. But after 11 is very doable. So they start respecting what you're doing because you're prioritizing it, you're respecting it, and it's manageable in terms of people are like, all right, 2 to 3 hours a day, I can't reach him. Fine, I'm gonna give him his 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll reach out to him. But if people are like, if your friends, family, wife, whatever it is, can't, like, if you're there the entire day and they can't reach you from 10 a.m. or 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. for a half hour, and then you're back to trading, they're not going to respect it. They're like, well, when the fuck? You know, when the fuck do I get in contact with him? He's doing this the entire day. And be like, this doesn't work. I can't respect that. But if you can prioritize it and respect it at a certain time every day, and people will see that, hey, this time never, but within, you know, if it's reasonable enough and 2 to 3 hours later, you can get in contact with you. You know, people are reasonable. It's the absurdity of not being able to reach you all day or not being able to get your attention or have you around or doing anything the entire day or sporadically throughout the day that really pisses them off, and they can't respect what you're doing because there's no structure to it. They'll remember structure when you have structure. If you don't have it, people won't prioritize it, won't remember it, won't respect it. So if your family is getting in the way of your trading, trade less, but when you do trade, do not do anything else but trade. Prioritize this, just this, for that set amount of time, for that session. And then when you're done, you're done. You're completely reachable. You're completely communicable or communicatable, whatever the word is. You know, people can actually have your attention. And the 4-hour closed bullish above the range. I know we're setting up for some possible sells, but I would rather be in buys.
I concur.
We got some room here for the sells, though.
Yeah, we do.
Like, I can't ignore this. I can't ignore the fact that this 15 closed above. Like, I'm gonna need a closure below here. Yeah, the hourly's kind of holding this, right? The hourly did hold that, but level to the left. Remember, I spoke about this whole drive up here to this area and then higher highs. We just had that same drive up right here, going to that same level, to the same level where the market took off before. So I'd rather give this a chance to come down, fail, and then look for some buys. And if it wants to come down, we'll see a range 2 breakout below here. We'll see a support form below here, or support form right now, and then a closure below it would do. But no sells for me on the break of this hourly. There's a lot of people looking for sells here. With that 4-hour and the lit candle on the 1-hour closure, and we're above the range, I'd rather get some buys. And it might take a few hours to play out. Right, you might get a couple hours of a bearish move, and then finally the 4-hour will take off, which I'll be paying attention to and get in. So I do not trade the entire day. Every time I want to go trade, I've done every household, even after all doing all chores. People still disturb me. Prioritize. Don't help. Don't respond for those 2 hours. But be polite about it. Be nice about it, but be firm. Like no. You know, disturb me? No. I'm going to lock the door. I'm going to turn up my headphones, lock the door. No one's going to disturb me. This is going to prioritize. Someone's dying. This is priority, these 2 hours. Can't help. Unfortunately, there's going to be a trade-off. Yeah, this is sacrifice. Some people get really lucky and really have people to back them up, understand them, be on board. Most of us, not really. Like, people are not as understanding as we'd like to think. And you're gonna hurt your relationships. You're gonna hurt your your friendships. You're gonna hurt your relationship with kids if you have, or with parents, if whoever you spend time with and you've given a lot of your time to, you're gonna start taking that away. And I would say this, like, you don't feel at 100%, and people want your help, right? If they want you to be able to help them, or if they need something from you, or they gotta get, you have to worry about yourself first. There's a reason in the airplane they tell you to put your stuff first and then help others, right? In case of an emergency. You can't help others if you yourself are drowning. So I'd say, look, you're working at getting yourself to 100%. And once you can be fully yourself, right? If you're not 100%, how can you give yourself to anybody else? You haven't even built yourself. Once you've done that, then you can say, all right, then I'm going to be able to help. But when I am able to help, I'll actually be able to help. Like actual meaningful help. Doesn't have to be monetary, it doesn't have to be financial, but whatever it is, you're going to be a lot better at it when you feel complete. When you're not worried about, damn, I still got to go do me, complete me, finish what I am. It's tough. It's not easy. These are people you care about. These are people whose opinions matter to you. People, right, whose time you value. You value their input. It's not easy. Nothing ever is. Just you have an ability to deal with some things better than with others. And, different people have different tolerance levels in different situations. That's so quiet. I was just waiting on that. Yo, Wix, you're muted. If I was muted this entire time talking, fucking call it. I'd call it a stream. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. All of that out. Close. Chat. Stream done. It's been done for the last 40 minutes. All of a sudden, it's done again. Yeah, we're coming down here. But I'd prefer fake out or support. Maybe we can, tap into the areas to the left here. And bounce right back up out of it. Right. Then we'll look for the continuation on the 4 hour. Or we just get a bullish close here. That's fine by me. Strong bullish closure. Looking to retest the highs here. Previous 1 hour layer looking for buys. Yeah, that's what I said. The problem is it's at a resistance and it's a 1 hour. So you don't necessarily have to have that buy on this 15 minute. You might get a 15 down, and then up, and eventually the next 1 hour gives you the same thing, just going the other way, right? You might end up like this. After the first 2 15-minute candles come down, give you that support. But once you do this, you should technically continue. Spoken about this before. You get 2 leg candles in a row, price will usually follow that second one, because this is how it works. It'll be the one that holds resistance and the one that fakes you out. But that doesn't mean, right, the sell can't give you enough pips. It's going to have to set up once again. We get a range to break out below here. I'm down to take sells. Get down to support here. Room for 150 pips. Previous 1 hour top wick is 160. You know what I mean? I get a bottom wick here for 160. And the 4 hour was bullish. We've held this most recent level, so see if we can close back up above it. Like I said, I'd be happy with a closure below, and then a fake out back up. This is what we look like later. This is gonna be great. So a fake out right there. Something like this will be good. Yeah, please drop a like, sub to the channel while you're here. We've had this happen. Tap these levels. And a pullback here. From this pullback, this was next target. So can we see this? That's what we want to do. What's up, Dev? Not a Dev. Got 2 minutes here on this handle. Is good. This drive down is good. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I won't be looking for any sells here at the moment. Either fake out or hold the support. No sells here right now. That would take range 2 breakouts, which would take a lot longer than this stream would allow for right now. You know, I rolled a J when Kenny showed up. Left it somewhere. I can't find it.
I want to play.
What was that? Balance
I
play?
want to play.
Yeah, word. Illegal maneuver. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. 2 minutes in a penalty box. 25-yard penalty. Personal foul. Number 9 on the offense. Automatic. First down. Let's go to the VAR. Where did we leave this joint? Where's the VAR crew? Took it outside?
Figure it out. About to be halftime.
It's going over to the. He's going over to the review camp. Review booth.
You gonna call it here, Nate? Yeah, I'm gonna give it another closure. I think we could get some buys. It's setting up, but if it breaks down, we get a steeper bottom wick. Rebreak at a 4-hour high here. Clean. I want to see the retest of the highs. He made the bottom wick. Got the 30 level there.
Going down real quick.
Yeah, maybe mid-range, maybe right here, 45 areas. That'd be cool.
44, 46, around there, 45. I'm good.
Hey, stop that. That's nasty. What's up, Danny? Sells below? No. I'm looking for a fake out to come back up, close back up above so I can get some buys. Yeah. Looking for this. So I can get some buys here. So I'd want this to come down here first, bounce back up, and that's what I'm going to look for, the buys. For a drop for sells, like I said, I need a range 2 breakout. So for sells, we're going to have to come down here and respect that resistance. Or even now, like I don't care how we do it, right? Even if we do this, if we respect it, if we do this and then come back down, I'm going to need a closure. Whoops. Right, so if we respect this area, and then we could do that, then we have a range 2 breakout, okay? Then we have range 1, 2, and then I need a closure below here. And then sells, break of lows. In terms of more sells, I'd want to see if we see a range 2 breakout, but below the range, then I don't need a closure, okay? If I see a range 2 breakout, here, below the range, not above it. Right? If price does something like this. Any ass candle. If price does something like this, then I don't need a closure below here. I just take this off impulse as we're below the range. And I'm going to take that on the break of the low. Coming down. That's the only way I take sells. Those two drawings. Otherwise, I'm waiting on what we see. Right. That's what we want. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
How can I follow the handsome man smoking fatty at the bottom? Who is he? That's your husband. That's gotta be Kenny's girl. Those are girlfriend words. That's some shit my girl would do. Meet him in the living room. Follow him to the office. I'm a girl. I know you're a girl. I hope you're a girl. Otherwise, Kenny ain't telling us something.
Got down to my 46.
Yo, is that your girl right there? 25 completion?
Talking to me?
No. the other handsome black man smoking a fatty. How can I follow the handsome man smoking? Oh, it didn't say black man. I'm sorry. I threw that in. How can I follow the handsome man smoking a fatty at the bottom? Who is he? That's definitely your girl, right?
I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're talking about. I literally just sat back down.
Damn. I've never seen a black man blush.
I blush all the time.
Well, you got darker. You look fucking Nigerian now, bro. Damn. When I blush, I get bright red. Like fucking tomato. People are like, oh, look, you got a tan. I'll be like, yeah. got a dope ass tan here. Can we get this fake out? How can you follow him?
You can follow me on the gram. Actually, that's probably the best way.
Okay, bro. Fucking, this isn't Love Connection.
I mean, my gram was pretty dope.
What's the gram, bro? Drop the gram. He said, follow me on the gram and left.
Kenny Singleton 313.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I knew there was a single in there. I knew there was a single in there. Three minutes here. A lot of time. Good. I like how we're closing. Gonna need a bottom wick here and a break of the highs. 4 hours bullish. Gonna need a bottom wick on the next candle. We need a close bullish here. We're gonna need a top wick on a closure. Bottom wick next candle. We'll be in on the break of the highs. Under less than 3 minutes here. Two minutes. Damn, Kenny. We come here to trade. This guy comes here to fucking swipe left or right. Treating this shit like that. Bachelor number one. If I was your girlfriend, would you teach me how to trade? I treat you like my stop loss, bitch. Keep you close, respect your boundaries, and the second you start acting crazy, I'm cutting you off with absolutely zero emotion. Oh, shit. You are. All right, break it highs. I'm going to be looking for buys. I'm going to need a closure. Bullish closure, obviously. If we close doji, no bueno for now, I guess. Let's see. 15 looked decent. Better than 30. Looking good for now. Might not be looking that good in 20 seconds. No wick entries here. It's $15 kind of gave us a fake out. That's a nasty looking 15. That is just, yeah, we want a bullish closure here. We did engulf the previous 15, but that's not cute. Okay, this is great. The fact that we've opened up here with a top wick is great. Gonna give us a chance to ride down here on the flip. Yeah, if this doesn't give a bottom wick, no bueno. Is it raining outside? See? Oh. It sounds like the rain hitting a roof. That's tough because this thing flipped and it's already tapped this area, so we can end up running up here.
Yeah, I'm in already.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I like this, man. I just want a bottom wick. Give me a bottom wick here. I'll have a lot more confidence in it. I'm okay with letting it go. Don't think we're gonna get one. I think it's gonna run up. So much room here. It just looks really clean. And on a higher time frame, this is where I would be taking a position right off that bottom wick right there. That's on a 5 here. I hate doing this on a 5, but it looks perfect. This is, I would be in here off that bottom wick on a 15 right there.
That smaller time frame was good.
Yeah, but it doesn't fall in line with the higher time frame. I need the smaller time frame fall in line with the higher time.
I got you.
The hour looked great though. 5, the 1 hour, the 4 hour look incredible. So at 15:30, that's really iffy here.
Once it bounced off my 46 like I wanted, I was convinced. It was just a matter of where I was gonna get in.
Yeah, I mean, you were gonna be in buys no matter what, regardless. You're gonna hold them probably. I'd imagine you hold them even if this comes down here. You would probably hold those buys.
Tell me something different.
We re-break the lows of this current candle, I'll have a buy. Okay. Stop here. Because this is no harm, no foul type of play. Because it re-breaks that high, we got to run up. If it re-breaks the lows, we're going to delete and we're going to wait. Right? This is why you want the bottom wick, so you can get the confidence of this. Oh, we're not coming back down. Stop. 4455 flat. Here's what I'll do. If we break the highs here, we'll do the trade. If we break the lows, I'll probably cancel this out. We'll take this into the signal channel. I'll call it a session. We already got one W here pretty early in the session. Early bird got the worm today, and then we're gonna be back tomorrow morning for the public session. Still think we get positions here, but it's gonna be later on. So I said I'll take this into the signal channel. Ideally, though, this is it, and we can come up and break highs. If not, I'm going to look for it to bottom out somewhere down here or maybe down here and then come back up. 4 hour just looked really good to come up. Break it high, filling the 4 hour. If you look to the 4 hour, you can come down here, even to the opening of the 4 hour.
Hey, stop.
Bad dog.
Bad dog. Bad dog. Not nice. Not nice.
I almost flipped my entire setup here. But that's the reason. Remember I said it's good that we're coming up with a top wick first, because it's going to top out at a resistance. And whenever we come down, the break of that resistance should push us up. Okay, let's also set partials here. Maybe a limit sell.
Hey. Out. Get out. Come on, bro. Spot. 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 Then relax.
Knucklehead, yeah, definitely not. Which broker you use? AMP Futures for my live account, and right here, this is a funded account. This is Top One Futures. Dog. Benny, please stop. Yo, relax. Wants to destroy everything in sight. Share the stream with your mama. Share it with everybody. People you like, people you don't like, share it with everybody. If you like me, share it. No matter who you share it with, it helps me. So support, please. Down, down, down. Get that range to breakout, huh? It's closed above, so I wouldn't take the break of that low because that closed above. Remember, so if it closes above, but it creates a second range here, which it did with that bullish closure, I'm gonna need a closure below, and I'm gonna need that as a 30 closure. Yeah, we're breaking this low here. Might see it push down, might see it push up. You know, it just broke that low by a pip.
Yep, barely.
The key, because this closed above, is you need the closure. If this closed below, right? That bullish candle, if we drove further down and this bullish candle closed below, and let's say the level was here, I don't need this closure. I'm just going to take this off the rebreak of the low, because the last closure was below as well. Now you're rebreaking that low, holding resistance, but you've held support here. You're breaking the low of the support. You haven't closed yet. No closure to indicate that you've had the volume to bring it down. So while it might come down, the probability is a lot higher after that closure. Did it with my ex-girlfriend's baby. Said they don't need that job anymore. They toxic, my friends. What a W. And 90 pips off here. Bit of time machine. Yeah, like faking back out again. Look at that. Already had that candle. Boom, break these highs. I mean, we should push on the break of the highs. I don't know what we're doing. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's below. Yeah, I'm gonna need that 30 to close below here. We should have a time machine to make money, right? If all it was that simple. I think having a time machine would create so many problems for you that money can't solve, that you're gonna be like, man, fuck this time machine. I just want my mama. Want my mommy. I want my mama. That's 15 of this hourly. Got a bottom wick. This is great. It'd be amazing if we could ride up here. Looks cool for sells too here on the 15. Right, top wick and sells because that 15 finally closed below. But 30 hasn't. Previous 30 is above. You're making a bottom wick as we start riding up here and break that high. The 30 is moving along with the hourly, with the 4 hour. Re-breaking previous 30 highs after holding support, so the buys would make a lot more sense here. If it does want to come down on this candle, I will let it. It hasn't set up. Let's set up. Love the bottom wick though. Give me a push up to re-break all the highs. I've had to pee for like 20 minutes. Okay, give me a sec. I'll be right back. Different from mentality with the machine. Got a better chance of Santa being real, bro. You gotta be pretty young though, bro. For sure, you're definitely young. You can't have kids and think like that. I wish to have $1 million. I wish to be a millionaire like my daddy. Your daddy's a millionaire? No, he also wishes to be a millionaire. I wish to have $1 million like my daddy. Your daddy's a millionaire? Nah, he also wishes to have $1 million. Are you gonna trade? No, you see it says buy stop, and this would be the stop if I wasn't a trade. But I'm not. I gotta buy stop above the highs based on this bullish 4 hour, the 1 hour closing like candle right at this little resistance. Yeah, it's support and resistance. And the 30 and the 15 faking out here, the 30 closing above the range, right? This candle made a top wick first, held this wick, broke the lows here. If it re-breaks the previous candle high, we should fill the range up. Going along with the 4 hour wick fill, the 2 hour wick fill, the 1 hour late candle fill. But that's an if, right? Oh, it was a millionaire once. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. Let's be intellectually honest here. Would you rather have had it and lost it, or would you rather have never had it at all? Look like a strong rejection there. Why are you looking for a buy? I literally just explained it. I need you guys to get some headphones. Higher time frame, right? So the daily's bullish here. I understand we filled the daily range up on the previous 4 hour. The market doesn't typically turn around in one candle, right? It will retest the highs. We've created a nice range. The 4 hour closed above here, right? The 4 hour closed above, closed bullish. I'm expecting the next 4 hours to give us that wick fill, the range fill before coming down. The 1 hour closed bearish, but still above previous resistance, which means it's respecting it. It might turn into a support. We go to the 30. The 30 is closed above, also respecting it. Not necessarily a bullish candle that you can discuss, that you can identify as support. Right? Kind of indecision, still at the same level. So when I'm here and I see that kind of candle, I kind of block it out and let it play out, right? So I kind of, oh, whoops, that's kind of, look, I just put fishnet stockings on a candle. No, this is kind of how I look at it, right? There was no decision that previous candle, but we still stayed above this level. So I need more candles to print. 15 though, faked out and closed above. At 15 here came down, closed above. And if we have a bullish bias, we are respecting previous resistance as a support. We keep closing above it. We've made a high here on this 4 hour, right? As a resistance to come down, as a catalyst to come down. And now I understand that once we bottom out, the re-break of that high will have nothing more to hold us back. We have a clean candle here to the left on every time frame, from the 15 to the 30 to the 1. Here comes the 1 to the 3 to the 4. Candles drunk out on the dance floor. So I'm not saying that it will go up here on the break of this candle. I'm telling you that on the off chance that we ride up here right now, there will be nothing else to hold us. Nothing else in the way. We have a stop, we have a TP, we have a runner, and you know, it fills in all the gaps in the narrative. Right now, though, we have 3 minutes left in the hourly, and there's this hourly right now is closing below, and even if it starts riding up here in the last 3 minutes, it's not enough for us to start filling that candle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this, delete that, delete this, and Forex 1 hour and 4 hour closed below wicks. Yes, fine. They closed an hour ago or 2 hours ago. And here's the deal. I'm going to trade based on the chart in front of me, right? Like my exact numbers come from this chart. I've gotten good at reading this chart. So if you have a different 4 hour and you figured out how to utilize that 4 hour with what you're doing in real time, great. I've been able to, you know, break this 4 hour down based on hour closures, and it's irrelevant to me if it closes below on Forex or not on spot gold, because my chart says something different. And don't forget, we have different closures. So you might have closed below, but that was 2 hours ago. Delete the sell limit on live. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I'm not saying that you're wrong about the closure. I'm just saying that timing matters, right? Timing is everything. And that was 2 hours ago. So 2 hours ago, you could have technically had a really high quality closure, because now you would have known what the last 4 hours did and how to approach the next hour and how to approach the immediate 30 and 15 minute closures and the relationship between the time frames and the candles closing and opening. The reason I like the 4 hour closure is it because it's a really strong time frame. And the next, usually it's not about trading the next 4 hour. The 4 hour closure gives us a lot of data, not about the next 4 hours, but about the immediate hour, hour and a half, immediate 90 minutes, based on how strong that closure is, in terms, not how strong the candle is, but how strong the time frame is. And whatever that candle is saying, that's what it is at that moment over the next hour, hour and a half. Over the next immediate smaller time frames, that 4 hour will dictate what's happening. Right? We understand this 4 hour close bullish above the range. So I understand we need to drive up bottom wick here to drive up off of support. So remember I said, I expect possibly the next 1 or 2 hours coming down. But in case it starts pushing, we're going to get in there. It's going to dictate price there. That bullish closure, the hold of support and the smaller time frames falling in line, breaking highs, that'll dictate what we do here over the next immediate 31 hour. Right? It's not about 4 hour close over the course of the next 4 hours. We're going to know the entire yeah, maybe 3.5 hours from now, it'll finally push, but we'll be waiting on that next 4 hour closure when that happens, right? 3.5 hours from 3 hours from now, 2.5 hours from now, we're waiting on that next 4 hour closure to give you more data. Look, this closed below, did not close below this 30. I'm still holding bullish bias here. I'd want a bearish wick. So price to flip bearish, but to still come back up above. If we can do that, we'll trade. You got to understand, right? You get a daily bullish candle. You're not looking for an immediate bullish push now off the daily. You're looking for the next 4 hours to come down and give you a bottom wick, or you're looking for the small time frame to have bottomed out already and to re-break highs. So the key is now, it's not just the higher time frames, you know, getting that closure. The key is now the trigger, right? You've already aimed at the right target. The key now is the trigger. You got to wait for all the bullshit to be out the way. When you got a clean shot, timing will be everything. If you're a sniper and your target is in the field, but they're behind the fucking tree, unless this is Fortnite, you're not killing them. Or you're not getting that shot. You're not sniping it. Right? Or if they're behind the fucking train or behind anything, a fucking tank. The tank moves, you get that open shot. Let this thing set up, let it move, and then you'll get your open shot. And if it doesn't, you know, a lot of you guys, damn, well, if it doesn't, I'm just going to take the shot. Guess what happens when you take the shot and you miss? It exposes you. If you're a sniper, you got to be careful when you shoot, right? Because once you shoot, now your position is exposed. So you better hit. If you don't hit, it's coming after you. And the same thing happens here on the charts. You miss your snipe, it's very unforgiving. The market's coming after you. Better start running. Better start switching positions, close out, switch your position. Yeah, this thing's playing around. Gang, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to wait for us to get that fake out here. If it continues down here, remember I said we close above, we get that closure back below. Now you have your range to breakout. Yes, now we have our range to breakout on the 15, on the 30. The issue is you have this level, right? This was kind of the stronger level. So we pointed out before, you have the 30, you have the 15. They're a bit off. You're still above this area. And you kind of left this wick. You would need a lot to break that wick. That's a lot. That's 50 pips worth of room that you could utilize. So just wait for more closures. Maybe another range to breakout. Maybe another celery play here. Right, a bullish closure respecting this, top wick into these areas. Then you can look for that break. Because now you have two supports formed and two attempts to drive up will fail and then break out of lows. It just doesn't look great in terms of sells for now with all these rejection wicks out of here to come back up. Doesn't look like something you want to trade on a sell here. This looks like something you want to trade on a buy, either after this sell plays out or on a buy after this holds. Yeah, let's call it a session, gang. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll be here for NYC Open. I'll be here by 8:45, 9 a.m. So we'll start the stream around 8:45. I think 8:50, 8:55. I'll already hop on and be ready to go. And we'll look to catch some NYC Open. Congrats to everybody that showed up early today. There's no giveaway today, but I think I might do one tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.
Thank you, Wix.
For sure. Yeah, congrats to everybody that caught that early dub, and I will see you guys. Good start to the week. I like starting the way we started, the way we're going to spend it. What's the game plan? The game plan is the fake out, ideally, at some point. Right? Either this, which we're kind of getting. Now I'm going to need that closure below, or this fake out here. Right? We got that 30 closure below. Now if we can get that bullish closure above, for it to make sense too, this is right. So we got this candle close below right there. Now if this candle can come down, create support and close back above, I'll look for the buys. Fall in line with the daily and the 4 hour. But yeah, just be mindful. Be mindful. This is what I want to call it. I don't want to stick into the midnight hour. You're getting the leftover of Asian session right now, right? This is the remainder of the volume for Asian session. You really want to hit up the pre-London volume. And the reason I say that is I've experienced this quite a bit over the last 2 months, where my trade will work out, it'll set up, and I'll start looking for my positions, and it just won't run. It'll just kind of roam around, and then by 2 a.m., 3 a.m., it'll finally run. It's just not enough volume to push it. So you might get your setup, but not enough volume to push, and it just won't go. You'll get the fake out back in range. The way we trade is based on a high volume time, and we're trying to predict the high volume candle with a high degree of probability. There's kind of basically what we're doing. And what do you need for that? You need high volume times for catalyst. There's not many catalysts here at midnight, especially for gold, for midnight New York, right? For midnight Eastern. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to call it. See you guys tomorrow morning. If I see something, I'll obviously call in the signal channel and chat. Zoom gang. See you guys in the clubhouse. Mods,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
so much for helping me run the stream. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. As for me, my time here is up. We're winners here today. Great start to the week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Enjoy your evening, get some rest, show up tomorrow morning and tomorrow Asian session. We're going to run both sessions tomorrow. So put that in your calendar, drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on your notifications so you know when we're on. Go get a Top 1 Futures account, instant funded, skip the challenge, use code WIX, get 55% off, get the bundle, join the Discord, become an active member of the community, make some money, make some guarantees for your future, make some improvements. Keep showing up. See you guys tomorrow. Later.